Welcome to the More Gems Show. I'm Steve Moriarty, your host. First up tonight is Quartz, and this one comes from Arkansas. Let's give you an idea of the size. Came from the Coleman mine. They just produce remarkably clear quartz. You know, you'll see a veil that runs across this down lower, but there's probably 100 carat or bigger, probably 200 carat clear quartz to be cut out of this piece. And our next stone is Tanzanite. This one I just cut. This was the piece that I cut off, which actually came out to be a beautiful stone. It's a smaller stone, so it didn't get really deep color, but it is a beautiful color and just a very brilliant stone. What's next there, Mike? This next one is a Tourmaline. This comes to us from the Democratic Republic of Congo that's been producing a lot of tourmaline lately. They produce mostly pinks and greens, although they have bicolors and pretty much a wide variety of colors, peaches, and really one of the biggest producing sources right now. And then our next stone is another Tanzanite. We have quite a few Tanzanites tonight, partly because I've been cutting a lot of Tanzanite, buying a lot of Tanzanite, because Tanzanite's what is the best buy in the market right now. Stones like this that are primarily blue, you know, before the current, some of the current mines that are producing blue was much more difficult to get. Up next is, it's one of our hidden gems. So that makes this really a good bargain with 25% off. I don't know, it comes out to $488 a carat. And this stone is just very, very blue. I mean, it is sapphire blue. You take it outside and it's the color of a fine salon sapphire. All right, up next. So this is a quartz specimen from Colombia. So big specimen. You know, this is quartz and hematite is what the brown material is. Mineral specimens that form like this in rare materials just bring huge money. You know, we'll see so many pieces in Tucson that are, you know, 100,000, 200,000. You know, they have this kind of shape, but much rarer material. Our next stone is Turkish diaspore. But this one has a really great change. And when you look at this one in daylight, the green is almost lime green. You know, this was photographed in the studio. I should have taken a picture in daylight because it goes to a really lime green color. This is a pretty big stone, weighs over 5 carat. That said, let's move on. Next one, this is a Spessartite garnet. Spessartites have been very popular on this show, and getting stones like this with such high clarity comes few and far between. So this stone praises at $1,736, $1,045 is our sale price. And with the 15% off, it's $888. So this is a mounting that, you know, takes diamonds around here. Each of these holes is a diamond. So there's 2 there and this little raindrop kind of pattern around it. This is a model that my nephew Christopher Michael, designed. And up next, Mike. So this is something that's getting difficult to get. This is an ametrine that comes from the Anahi mine in Bolivia. This is how the crystals form. They're probably etched like this.
Yeah, these are actually, they actually don't form like that. This was etched after the fact. There you go. See the orange in there.
And up next is an amethyst. So this is the amethyst I cut. I bought a kilo of amethyst rough. But the nice thing about this, any light, this color will look beautiful. It'll be bright in any light. So it cut deeper color than I expected. Give you an idea. Yeah, so good size ring. So here's 21 pieces that if you cut it all, you can end up coming out with as much as $4,200 worth of stones. Good cutting material. These come from Bahia, Brazil. And the next parcel is a little bigger. I bought 2 kilos. One was this size and the other is a larger material. So there's 270 carats, 54 grams, and this parcel at 540. So these are going to cut more like finished stones in the 15 carat. 54. So as they get bigger, they get a little deeper color, so you're going to get a little richer color out of this than the stone that was cut from that last parcel. And this one, because of its size, really got remarkable color. I bought this rough on our last trip and really thought it had nice color, but I didn't expect to get the color that came out of this, because this is really a top gem color. Has that pleochroism, you see the blues and the reds that come out of it, and when you go to different lights, it has a color change. Some lights it'll appear more red, some lights a little more blue. This stone is very, very clean. Could be flawless, but I'm saying it's VS1. This one took a long time to cut. It was difficult to polish, and one of those stones that probably was 10, 12 hours to cut. Just a lively stone. So up next, another of the quartz crystal. This is a Colombia quartz crystal. Wasn't manufactured in a plant. It came out of the ground.
Sorry, Steve.
Okay, and next is another Tanzanite. You'll see we have a few Tanzanites tonight. I've been busy cutting Tanzanite. This is a 6.88 carat, another mostly all blue stone. When you get this in incandescent, the ends of it will turn violet, but otherwise it's just sapphire blue. After this fine Tanzanite we're looking at, this 6.88 carat, what's next? One of my favorites. Always has been my favorite. Malaya garnet has been my favorite stone since I've been in the business. When I was still with my brother, this material came out. He didn't like it. I loved it. So I jumped on it right away. We worked together for up until 1982, I think. So from 75 to 82. And our next stone is our second hidden gem. This stone, material that comes from Ethiopia. Many of the stones would be much better yielding with this type of cut, and it's the reason you do it, because the pockets that are in the rough material, here's a piece of rough. Can we see this? So all this material, if you cut into this, it looks like it's surface. Those pockets can go, they can go a third of the way through the whole thing. So this is why we carve. The back side of it from where we're looking now, although the video didn't show it as much, there's a lot of blue in it. All right, what's next? So this tourmaline weighs 3.22 carats, appraised value of $1,650. $1,085 is our regular price on it, and with 15% off, it's $922. But this is really, really a great stone. I guess up next, this is a stone I cut last week, just under 10 carat. This particular stone weighs 9.91 carats. Where are we at here? Appraised price of $11,890. $64.40 is our regular price on it, and with 15 off, it's $54.74. All right. I don't know if I can pick this one up. It's so heavy. Ooh. I don't know if we can. Yeah. So there's a better representation of the color. So nice big piece, nice crystal formation, and $749 less 15%. Makes this 8-pounder, $637. So
Big crystal.
yeah, nice big specimen. That's you don't see amethyst this size very often. You know, that is a big amethyst crystal. Okay, what's up next? Okay, this is a cool set. These are Malaya garnets, and garnets of a lighter color than you typically see. You know, like I said before, the Mahenge deposit in Tanzania, this color really didn't exist, this light of material. You know, and the big benefit about being so light, it just gives you a diamond-like brilliance. Okay, up next is a pair of Tanzanites. These are special too. The colors on these are extraordinary. You know, what you're going to find out about them, if you own them, is the color is slightly different in the two. One has a little more violet. You don't see much, but the one on the right is a little more violet. You know, and I think it adds real character to the set because you see kind of the difference that you would normally see in the range of Tanzanites. In daylight, they are identical. They're just spitting image of each other, just blue, blue, blue. But when you take it to incandescent, the one stone just goes a little more violet. All right, and up next, and it's the final hidden gem. This is a little different, not a little different. This is a little rare in that it's a pear shape. I don't typically buy pear shapes. The problem with pear shapes is you get to the tip and they're just black. You know, you get a really deep color Tanzanite, and the tip tends to be just dark, you know, but not in the case of this stone. It's partly because it is a fatter pear shape. So you get more brilliance, but it's also the cutting of the stone. So it's really a top color stone. Weighs just over 9 carats. Which the next stone is interesting because that was supposed to be the end of the show, but this stone came back to us today. You know, we couldn't pass up putting it in the show because it's a really, really nice Merelani mint garnet. Merelanis have been more difficult to get over the last year. You know, they've been really sporadic throughout the years. You know, they'll be available for a couple years and then they go for a long period of time and no availability at all. Any other questions, Jeff?
Nope, not right now.
All right.
Cool.
I think
That's about it.
that's it. That's all of our stones tonight. So, all right, folks, remember, shop online at MoreGems.com. Until next time, I'm Steve Moriarty. Keep on gemmin'.